Yeah, Coach Odell's been there from the start, from my recruiting days. So, I mean, it's great to have him, always.
Brian, sometimes you guys got criticized for how your defense handled up-tempo offenses. Do you think, especially going up against one in practice, do you think it's really helped you guys and how you deal with that tempo and that speed?
Yeah, of course we're going to benefit off of Coach Tagg's offense. Honestly, I don't think we had much trouble with it, but, I mean, stats may show different, you know what I mean? So, but, I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to help us in the long run.
Brian, can you talk about Coach O and what the strength program has been like?
Coach O is serious. Everything he does is serious. It's not a game. His program is serious. I'm gonna just put it that way. I'm gonna leave that alone before he get me.
Did it take long to get to adjust to it?
I mean, it didn't take long to adjust to it. I mean, I come from. Coming from Heritage, I mean, I had great trainers and great work. You know, it's not nothing to adjust to, but I mean, this is work. It's work. All work is good work, but it's work, and I'm gonna leave that alone before you can hear it.
Brian, Coach made an interesting comment that he thought when he came here he'd have some problem guys and might have to kick a few guys off the team. He said he was a great group of guys, and you know, Florida State did have some off the field problems a few years ago. Is it frustrating that, you know, that maybe the general public has maybe what you would consider the wrong idea about Florida State?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of frustrating that people think that way, but you can't change everybody's opinion, and you know, they're never gonna know what actually goes on but us. So I don't really focus on what they think. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have they're gonna be entitled to their own opinion. So I mean, that's fine. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating at times.
How would you describe you guys as a group, as a bunch of guys?
I think they're well. I mean, I think they're good men. Honestly, I don't see any turds or screw ups on our team. I think they're all cool. So you know what I mean? I mean, they're my brothers. So I mean, I stand up for them and I support them whatever they do.
Brian, Coach Taggart mentioned that there's less thinking maybe on defense. I think you mentioned it as well.
Yeah.
How does that change things for you on the field?
It allows us to be free and play. You know what I mean? I've been playing this since I can remember. So I mean, it just allows us to be ourselves and play our game instead of thinking, I got to do this. If I don't do this right, I'm gonna get. Nah, it just allows you to play and make plays, fly around.
Does that mean like there's less keys, or is there less things to?
A lot plays into it as far as keys and techniques, but at the end of the day, we're just able to fly around and be free.
What can you say about the level of defensive line play? Not even just in this conference, but in this division alone.
Sheesh, it's some talent. You know, honestly, I'm gonna put my D line over everybody every time. But yeah, Clemson has a great line. Boston College has a great line. I mean, it's talented in this division. But I'm still gonna put mine over everybody, regardless of the fact.
Brian, you mentioned that Odell was one of the glue guys that really kind of kept everything together during your transition. Who were some of the guys on the roster who really ended up becoming the glue guys that ended up keeping everybody together when you guys were going through that time?
Not to sound cliche or anything like that, but I was that guy because me and Odell actually had like a side conversation, and he told me like not to focus on the things that's going on off the field because we still have an opponent in front of us. So I kind of took that upon my own will, had a team meeting, and I told the team that, and kind of just got the guys to buy into that situation because we were going through some stuff. So kind of got them to buy into that so we could focus on Louisiana Monroe.
Brian, could you tell me Anthony Flores' story that people may not know? Whether it's like a performance you watched him go through, or just a funny story off the field? You can embarrass me if you can't.
I can't really think of one right now on the spot. But we had some good times. That's all I can say. You might want to ask him about that.
Yeah.
He might give you a better answer than I can.
Well, I know he wasn't a very heavily recruited guy out of college. So, I mean, what's it like for you to see him kind of doing what he's doing now at App State going into his senior year?
I'm happy for him. I mean, I heard he's doing good things. I still follow him and everything, so, you know, I pay attention to him. We still talk here and there. We have a group chat together, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's excelling where he's at, and I wish him nothing but the best.
I appreciate it. Nice to meet you, by the way, Ethan.
Just
Just with specifically the off-season workouts, how have you seen, like, what makes Coach Odorinde different from what you guys had in the past?
It's just tough, man. I mean, it's not, like I said before, good work is good work. I mean, all work is good work. But it's just tough, dog. He always got something planned for something new. He always say we're gonna work out, do this, da da da. Then we got some things. Oh my bad, I'm sorry. We got some things. So you never know what some things are. It can be another lift, it can be a run, it can be agility, it can be anything. But it's just some things. But other than that, he's just a great coach, and I'm seeing improvement throughout the guys.
Is there anything like that you guys do specifically that's different from what you did previously, like the way you lift or the way it's run?
The way it's ran, everything is fast. You know, we have a long workout, but we get it done fast because everything, there's no breaks, there's no you sit down over here. Everything's like once you're done with this, you go to this. It's nothing lackadaisical about that workout at all.
You mentioned earlier that it's all about accountability with Coach Taggart. Just in the off-season workouts, just what was that like, and is everybody showing up, and just how did that go? Yeah, everybody showed up. I mean, you can't make any excuses. Either you get there, or you get there. You only got one choice. And if you don't, this is not an option. But if you don't, you got a punishment. Just put it that way. And it's nothing you want to be a part of. I'm telling you that.
Do players like that accountability? I mean, like you like not the results of it, but I mean, do you like that people are getting held to a high standard?
I love it. Yeah. I mean, they don't have a choice. They gotta like it. If they don't like it, they gotta go. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm just happy that there's a system and there's something that you have to abide to. Because not saying anything before, but guys used to do a whole bunch of stuff before. So I'm just happy that there's a law, I guess you can say that, and it's making guys accountable of their actions and making them more responsible.
Well, how contagious is that kind of attitude? Like when you got it with everybody. When you don't, you really don't. I mean, you feel like it's once you get it, it can spread easily as far as that kind of standard.
Yeah, you just need the right guys to push it. I mean, I'm definitely going to be one of those dudes to push the accountability and responsibility on everyone else, and I need them to do the same for me. So if I mess up, I need you to get on my case. You mess up, I get on your case. That's just how it is.
And then you kind of alluded to it. When you lose it, I mean, it's really hard to get it back, right?
Yeah, that's gonna put division within the team. So we don't need that. We need everybody on one accord.
Coach Taggart just said that DeAndre continues to grow and becoming a better leader and teammate. Have you seen development from DeAndre?
Yeah, Dre wasn't really that much of a vocal guy, but he's becoming that person now. And I see these strides throughout the workout, 7-on-7. I mean, we have a group of leaders that's actually becoming those set group of leaders. We're definitely going to see it throughout camp, but yeah, he's a part of that.
Speaking of quarterbacks in particular, obviously last year DeAndre wasn't there for the injury. You had Blackman come in. Now knowing that you have two guys, no matter what the situation is, and I'm not talking about who's going to start or who's not, whatever. Just in general, knowing that there are two guys that are capable of playing and have both played 12 games in their career or more, how much confidence does that give the entire locker room to know no matter what happens, we're going to be all right because we got two guys that we know that can pull the trigger?
That's great. Actually, I was asked about that earlier. It's a great problem to have. I mean, for these two dudes to battle throughout their position, just knowing that if one goes down or one can't make it or whatever, we have a backup, and that's experienced and a great player. You know what I mean? So it's a great problem to have, and I'm excited to see who's going to win this battle, though.
So, are you just kind of curious, almost like, fans are really excited to see how that race shakes out? I mean, you kind of feel like you're in sort of the same boat, just, watching and seeing who does what?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I'm not too anxious or anything like that, but because I'm confident in either one of them. I've seen both of them perform, so I mean, I'm fine with either one of them. But I'm just happy to see it. I'm excited to see who's gonna pull it out.
The identity of a team kind of trickles from the top down. And just your coach has a certain swag about him. Up there at the podium, there's a certain confidence that he exudes. Talk about how that and his kind of aura and his attitude has trickled down on the team and